2 days ago, I hosted a one-shot session of D&D at my house, which in hindsight was a genuinely terrible idea because I didn't know any of the people I invited. All of my friends were busy and I really wanted to do something this weekend, so I posted in the local D&D group, mentioning I was looking for players. 3 people answered, including the waste of oxygen I'm going to refer to as B. He's around 18, maybe 17. The rest of us are all in our 20s. B seemed like a completely normal person, if only very nerdy about anime and manga. When we all first entered my room, he zoned in on my Berserk volumes, particularly on the latest, which is a version with a variant cover. He mentioned he couldn't find it anywhere, which I find odd because this stuff can always be found online for very cheap. Nothing much happened during the session itself. We all had fun, and B was actually a pretty decent player. The issues came afterwards. There were 2 people left, while B and I chatted for a few more minutes. He was positioned with his back to my bookshelf, and I was sitting right in front of him. That's when I looked to the side and noticed the volume from earlier was missing, and as I instinctively approached the shelf, I noticed a suspiciously shaped lump on his back. I immediately pulled it out and was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And he just stood there. He continued talking about whatever discussion we were having moments earlier, and completely ignoring the fact that I had just caught him trying to steal from me red-handed. At that point, I got mad and bluntly told him to pack his shit. I watched him shove all his possessions into his backpack and close it, all while he was still talking. Then I went to leave the room. I turned around and he was fiddling with his backpack again. I wisened up, zipped it back open, and looked inside. There I find the Eva from NGE figurine I kept right beside the volumes. Besides that, all the stuff in the backpack was his. At this point, I'm just stunned. He had seriously just taken the half second I was looking somewhere else to just try his luck and steal something else. I raised his shirt again to check if he had taken anything else under there, but thankfully there was nothing. He was wearing tight pants, so he couldn't have possibly hidden anything in his pants either. And during all this, he's still yapping. Not once during this entire sequence of events did he appear to acknowledge what was happening, nor did he ever pause in the first place. I don't know if it's some sort of denial or diversion tactic. I just dragged him to the door by the arm, and for a second he finally stopped talking. Maybe he finally wanted to talk about what he did. Perhaps he was going to apologize? No. He just asked me if I was going to host another session the next week. I shoved him out the door and told him to F off. The genuine gall of this guy. I genuinely can't tell if he's just audacious or just very stupid. How does someone like this exist?